What's up, everybody? Welcome to Bios3 Raw TV. Today we're going to talk about performance-enhancing drugs, which are essentially drugs that are used for medicine, medication, and for medical uses, and medical uses of healing injuries. So this is what they're actually used for, should be used for. Just a side note, this is not a video about how to use these, telling you to use them. It is just informational purposes only. Don't break any laws, okay? That being said, a lot of people have been asking me lately, and I just had another email today pop up about using anabolic steroids to heal from injuries. Now, let me first start by saying that healing from an injury is very individual per person and is genetic, okay? So that means, steroids, well, we'll back up. So it is genetic. So now let me explain this. When I was on steroids, I would heal very, 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 very quickly. Okay, not on steroids, I still healed faster than the average person. Okay, if I got a cut within a couple days, you brush it off, it's gone. I mean, I would heal so quick and my nails would grow so fast. My body just healed very quickly. Now, my grandfather, here's an interesting fact. My grandfather, who he's never used any steroids or anything in his life, who's like 94 or 95 years old, has fallen twice in the last 6 months. Okay, the first one, he fell in the middle of the night. He got out of bed to go to the bathroom. He fell and hit his eye on the corner of the little table near his bed. He went to the bathroom, went back to bed. My mom came to visit him the next day, and he had this big, black eye and a huge cut. Now, my grandfather's a diabetic, and diabetics typically don't heal well, period. So he had this cut with this blood and a black eye, and my mom's like, Jesus Christ. So she takes him to the doctor. They look at him, and they're like, they clean it up, and he goes, he doesn't need it. I mean, he needed stitches last night, but he doesn't need them now. It's already closed and starting to heal. He's fine. So, my mom was like, but how is that possible? Like, he needed stitches? Like, yeah, the skin is together. It's healing. I'm pulling on it. He's fine. He's going to be fine. He, again, fell down the stairs backwards. He was wearing slippers walking up the stairs. The slipper caught the stair. He fell backwards, cut his leg. Again, my mom comes over the next day. She says, I cut my leg. She shows us, geez, going to go to the doctor, cleans it up. Fucking didn't need stitches. He's fine. He heals so fast like that. And, my mom doesn't heal like that, but I do. So I kind of skipped a generation to where I got my grandfather's healing abilities. But that's very genetic. Now, if you take, let's say me or him, they gave us some kind of steroid or growth hormone or something like that. On top of that, we would heal even faster on top of that. Now, what's also interesting is steroid use in general, the way your body uses it, is also genetic. Which means it may take me 200 milligrams of something to get that effect, but take the next guy 600 milligrams to get the same effect. So even that is dependent on genetics. Now, do I think that they work? Do I think that they heal injuries? Yes, I do. I definitely think that they heal injuries faster. They increase protein synthesis, which, of course, muscle tissue is built. But don't forget that your skin and stuff has protein in it also. So, you got collagen and protein, all these different proteins, amino acids that are, repairing things. Yes, they're going to work faster. Now, do I think it helps repair tendons or, I haven't seen anything repair a tendon yet as far as drug-wise. There was a peptide called TB400 or something like that that was available in other countries that was very promising as far as healing from surgeries. But tendon-wise, there needs to be blood flow to the tendon, a source of collagen, and a source of glucosamine, MSM, and chondroitin. Those 5 things together, and calcium. Those 5 things together will repair the joint tissue, ligament tissue, stuff like that. So anything that's going to increase the utilization of those things will probably help. Now, do I think that it heals muscle injuries faster? Yes, I do think it heals muscle injuries faster too. But now, again, you're looking at, if you heal too fast, is there a possibility it may heal wrong? If a bone heals too fast, technically it cannot heal straight the way it's supposed to. It heals a little bit off. You now have a weakened point in that bone pretty much forever. So it can break again very easily. So there is a point where you can heal too fast where, it can be bad for you. Reoccurring injuries can happen and stuff like that. But, in general, these things that are used for, there's testosterone replacement, there's, different things that they use them for. Could they be used to heal injuries? Yes, I think they could be used in a lot more areas than they are right now. If the doses were correctly, if the stigma to that they were going to kill someone wasn't there, I think doctors would be more apt to use them. I do know that doctors have been using growth hormone with burn patients, but then again, they're also using L-glutamine, a pharmaceutical grade L-glutamine, with burn patients to try to recover them faster too. So it's like, I mean, to me, growth hormone is so much more powerful than glutamine. But I think glutamine has an effect on it too. It's like there's so many different things out there. I think that they just haven't really studied enough or put together to figure out what really works or how it works, that, they're just kind of out there in the dark. But you have bodybuilders that, and athletes in general that get injured, they heal from these fucking injuries so fast. I mean, remember, there was Emmitt Smith, running back for the Dallas Cowboys. I remember him tearing a hamstring in the game. This was when I was in high school, when the Cowboys were fucking winning Super Bowls. They were kicking ass and destroying everybody. And my best friend Henry, his fucking team was the Cowboys. So he was on cloud nine talking about fucking, we're going to crush it, and Emmitt tore his hamstring. And everybody's like, oh no, we're done now. Emmitt's the powerhouse. Of course they had the rest of the team. But whatever. So this is like the first quarter. This motherfucker comes out in the fourth quarter and then runs for another 100 fucking yards in that quarter. I was like, what the fuck? How did you tear a hamstring? And at the time, I mean, I was in high school. I didn't know anything really about steroids or painkillers or the fact that drugs were used in sports in general. I was like, how the fuck did this guy, later on I figured it out. They brought him in there, they pumped him full of fucking painkillers, wrapped him up, fucking put him back on the field. He still did his shit. But the dude was healed in about fucking a quarter of the time it would take the average person to heal. Now they blame it on, well, they have the top level of, doctors and physical therapists and all this shit. Look, you can only make a fucking body heal so fast. I don't care how many physical therapy moves you do, lifting your legs up and down. It's not going to heal any faster than the body allows. Unless you're putting something in that body to make it heal faster. A perfect example of, athletes that, they've gotten caught over time with the painkillers and using all these different drugs to heal faster, and they do come back, but if you notice, when they come back, more than likely they get injured again. Okay, because the injury is healed so fast, or it's not fully healed, although they feel like it's fully healed, they get the same injury again, or it's healed in a weird way to where it puts some kind of overcompensation on another part of the body because this one really can't take that level of stress anymore and causes another injury somewhere else. So I guess it's a slippery slope. I mean, yes, you want to heal fast. You don't want to be laid up in a bed very long. And yes, you don't want to be fucked up in the hospital. But you also want to make sure it's done right. Like if a doctor is prescribing you the medications and he's keeping an eye on you and he's keeping track of what's going on and everything's going fine. But if you're on your own saying, I'm just going to take this to heal faster, I don't think that's a very good idea. I mean, that's just my personal opinion. And I've done a lot of stupid shit in my life, and I'm saying that's not a good idea, and that's probably not a good idea. Bios3training@gmail.com. Leave comments down below, but don't fight. www.bios3training.com is a blog, and where it's the don't heal it on your own bicep. Let the doctors do it. And we're out.